Hi, today I'm going to be reviewing my design matrix over seating areas in my local neighborhood. Image number one is going to be this poolside table with chairs, just the chairs around the table. And then image number two, you got this large cylinder rectangle bench. Number three is going to be this roadside bench. Number four is these two little chairs next to a small table outside of a restaurant. And then you have for number five, two chairs waiting at a bus stop. I'm going to be reviewing them on their comfortability, cost, environmental impact, safety, sustainability, social impact, function, and aesthetic. Um, First, I'll start with comfortability. For the poolside table with chairs, I put those chairs at a 7 because if you can see the design on them, it kind of looks like it'll give you some support, much more comfortable than, say, number two, the cylinder bench. I put a number two or at a 2 out of 10, sorry, because it obviously just doesn't look very comfortable to sit on. Number three, I had it at a 4 just because there's no cushion, it doesn't look very comfortable. And then I had the small table with chairs at a 5, looks pretty neutral. It doesn't look like it would necessarily be terrible to sit on, but it doesn't look too comfortable. And then the bus stop at chairs also had that a 5. For the cost, I had the poolside chairs at a 7, look pretty affordable. For the rectangular bench, I had that at a 2, just because it's made out of cement. It looks pretty expensive to put together. And then for number three, I had that at a 4, just because the durability of it seems like it'd be pretty expensive. As well as number five, I also had that one at a 4. And then image number four, I had that at an 8 because it looks pretty affordable. Next, you go to the environmental impact. The reason I had these chairs at a 3 is because really just all the cement that's around it, all the concrete that's around it, sorry. It's just not very environmentally impactful in my opinion. Number two, I had that one at a 9 because it's around a park, just seems to be pretty impactful. Number three, I had that one at a 2 as well as number four. Just because of the area that they're in. Number four, it's in front of a restaurant, so it's not very impactful. Number three, it's just next to a road. And then I also had image number five, the bus stop chairs at a 2 as well, for the kind of the same reasons. It's just there's not very much impact involved. For the safety, you go to the poolside chairs, I had them at a 9, just because oh sorry. I had them at a 4. Sorry, just because mainly oh wait. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one, my bad. Safety, I had them at a 9 because I mean obviously you can see it's gated. Um there's not much that could go wrong in these chairs. They're pretty safe. Go to the cylinder bench. This one's at a 6 just because of the sturdiness of the object. You could maybe fall into it, hurt yourself, something like that. And then you go to the small table, or sorry, the roadside bench. I had this at a 4, just because it's next to the road that imposes threats. The small table next to the restaurant, those chairs, I had them at an 8 for safety. Not quite as safe as the poolside ones, but still, just because they're not as sturdy, but still a pretty safe area. And then I also had the bus stop chairs at a 4 just because they're also next to the road, which imposes the same threats. For sustainability, I had the poolside chairs at a 4. Just because they look like they could last a little bit, but not too sustainable looking. The cylinder bench, I have that one out of 10 just because it looks like it could last for a very long time. It's not going anywhere. And then the roadside bench, I had that one at a 9 because it is also implanted into the ground. It's going to be there for a very long time, as well as the bus stop chairs. The bus stop chairs and the bench are very similar in most of their aspects. And then the small table, I had that one at a 2 for sustainability just because of how cheap it looks and it doesn't look like it could last very long. Social impact, the poolside table with chairs, I gave this a 7 just because it's around a pool area. Definitely a social impact there. The cylinder bench, an 8. I gave that an 8 because it's at a park. Obviously, some social impact. The green roadside bench, also an 8, just because it is in a public, highly trafficked area. And then the small table, a 9, because it is outside of a restaurant. A lot of people going in and out. 5, I give the bus stop chairs also a 9, just because there's a lot of people sitting on these chairs. I frequently see people on these chairs waiting. The reason I gave the bus stop chairs a 9 and not the green roadside bench a 9 is just because I feel like there's more traffic to the bus stop chairs, which would cause more social impact. For the function, I gave the poolside chairs an 8 just because they seem to get more use than the majority of these. Besides the bus stop chairs, you can see I gave them a 9. The cylinder bench doesn't seem like it would be used much, which is why I gave it 3 for function. And then the chairs outside of the restaurant, it's kind of a little bit low, maybe around more of a 5, but a 4 is, I gave it a 4 rating just because it doesn't seem like a very highly functioning table. Just doesn't seem very high quality. For the Oh, sorry, that was the roadside bench. The function's a 4 for this one because it's on the side of the road and there's really nothing near it. The bus stop chairs are just down the street. There's never really a need to sit on the side of the road like that. So that's why I gave that a 4 for function. The small table, I gave that a 7, which is why I was saying I thought it should be higher. Yeah, there's definitely a good function for this table outside of the smoothie shop, so why not? Then the bus stop chairs, 9, obviously. Aesthetic, I gave the poolside chair a 7 because it's next to a pool. Nice aesthetic there. Cylinder bench, I gave that an 8 because it's next to a park. Pretty nice aesthetic. Roadside bench, 3, not really any aesthetic. Outside of a grocery store, right next to the street. And then right outside of the smoothie shop, 3 for aesthetic as well. Not really any appeal there. And then for the bus stop chairs, also a 3, just because it's not very pretty, just right next to the road. All right, that would be my review for my design matrix. Thanks for watching.